First up, we have a pretty straight but tricky opening hole. It's a 427 yard par 4, water left and right off the tee, and a couple of bunkers up the right hand side towards the end of the fairway. It's hard to see in the video, but the green is actually an island, so your second shot needs to carry the water in front of the green, or you'll have to lay up like I did. The course has 27 holes split into 3 courses, the Andreas, Brookie and Calypso. Hole 2 is a 503 yard par 5 with a dogleg left. The line off the tee is straight at the bunker on the right of the fairway. As you can see, I completely messed up this hole. Once I hit my second shot into the trees, I just kept making really bad club selections. None of the shots would have worked even if I had made decent strikes. Given my high handicap, getting out with a triple bogey wasn't that bad, all things considered. Hole 3 is a 159 yard par 3 set on an island green. There are 2 bunkers short and left, but due to the slope on the green, any big misses will likely catch the water here. Thankfully, I only came up a bit short this time and almost got up and down. Hole 4 is a 373 yard par 4 with a dogleg right. Because of the dogleg, the best line on this hole is straight over the trees on the right hand side of the fairway. You might not land in the fairway, but you have a better approach to the hole. This is the first hole on the course that has a tiered green. If you can land your shot on the top tier, you'll have a much easier putt. Hole 5 is a 347 yard par 4. This is the easiest hole on the Brookie course with a completely straight fairway. Oh, bunker. Backspin. If your second shot does miss, you may end up trying to hack your way out of one of the greenside bunkers like I was. My bunker play is very weak at the moment, and it's something I'll be looking to improve on in the near future. Hole 6 is a 378 yard par 4. On this hole, there's a lot of trouble down the right hand side of the fairway. Ideally, you would want to keep your ball in play down the left hand side of the fairway. That way you would miss all the trees and bunkers that guard the green on this hole. Unfortunately, none of this advice mattered for me as I ended up 3-putting my way to a triple bogey. Hole 7 is a 185 yard par 3. This hole is slightly downhill with an elevated tee box, but due to the wind it plays true to its length. Be sure to select the appropriate club for this distance. You don't want to end up trying to punch a 7-iron into a par 3. Hole 8 is a 471 yard par 4. This is the handicap 1 index hole, and it is the hardest hole on the golf course by far. On your first shot, you must try and dodge 2 water hazards that are left and right, which you cannot see from the tee box. If your drive is too long as well, you will also end up hitting a 3rd water hazard which splits the fairway in the middle. I am unsure how this hole is actually a par 4. It has all of the features of a par 5 hole. It's very unlikely that any regular amateur player would have any chance of hitting this green in 2 shots. If you know of a similar hole that is a par 4 that should be a par 5, I'd love to hear about it in the comments below. Hole 9 is a 577 yard par 5. The courses I normally play in Bangkok don't really have much wind, so choosing driver off this tee was an absolute mistake. I spent the rest of this hole trying to get the ball back in play on the fairway. It didn't help my score, but at least my final approach shot hit the green. Alright, well that concludes part 1 of this video for the Pattana Golf Club and Resort in Sriracha, Thailand. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel.